You may recall that a few months ago, Newsnight reported on police investigations into a Pakistani political party called the MQM, which has its headquarters in North London. The MQM is it's pronounced Muta Huda Kami movement. The MQM represents Muslims who arrived in Pakistan during the creation of their country in 1947. Altaf Hussain, the leader of the MQM, has been accused of involvement in over 30 murders in Pakistan, and yet he maintains total control of his party and its bloc of 19 members in the parliament there, all from British soil. But as Owen Bennett-Jones has discovered, that intense investigation into the MQM is putting the party under intense pressure.
An office in Karachi, a college in East London, and a murder in Edgware. The British police are trying to work out possible connections, and a Pakistani politician is complaining of British police harassment. Altaf Hussain has lived in North London for over 20 years. He's been accused in numerous murder cases back home. When he gives a speech down a telephone line to Karachi, thousands gather to listen. It's remote control politics. As the MQM leader, he's a hugely powerful figure in Karachi, representing, he says, the secular middle classes. And he's not happy with the investigation into the murder of one of his party officials, Imran Farooq. A senior MQM official, he was bludgeoned and stabbed to death after walking to his home in September 2010. It's been a massive investigation. More than 4,000 people have been interviewed. And for months now, Altaf Hussain has been complaining. MQM officials say they want to cooperate with the murder inquiry, but complain of police harassment. The only person so far arrested in the case is Altaf Hussain's nephew Iftikhar, who's now on police bail. He was arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to murder. Police believe the case will be unlocked in Pakistan. Officially, the police will neither confirm nor deny that they have asked for Pakistani assistance in the case. But Newsnight has learned that the UK Crown Prosecution Service has formally requested that Pakistan give access to two suspects, and documents obtained from Pakistan name them as Mohsin Ali Syed and Mohammed Kashif Khan Kamran. The two men flew from Pakistan to London. The first to come, Mohsin Ali Syed, arrived in the UK in February 2010. He stayed first in Tooting and then in a bedsit in this North London street. Mohammed Kashif Khan Kamran came just a few days before the killing. Phone records show he was with Mohsin Ali Syed nearly all the time he was in the UK. On the evening of the murder, they left from Heathrow to Sri Lanka and then on to Karachi, where the Pakistani authorities picked them up on the airport tarmac. It's thought they're still being detained in Pakistan. So how did they get to the UK? The two suspects applied to study at this East London college. The rules say that non-attending students must be reported within days of going missing. And yet the college, which enjoys official, most trusted status for sponsoring foreign students, says for one of the men it waited 18 months before making a report to the UK authorities. The college says it's been asked to explain this and has done so. The Home Office refuses to say whether the college kept to the rules. It just says it's not currently being investigated. So, how did the two men get the visas? Documents obtained by Newsnight say the visas were endorsed by a Karachi businessman, Moazim Ali Khan, who was in regular contact with Altaf Hussain's nephew, Iftikhar, throughout 2010. The visas were then processed by Atif Siddiqui, an educational consultant in Karachi. Atif Siddiqui told Newsnight he was not an agent of the college and said he didn't know either of the suspects. Moazzam Ali Khan did not respond to our request for comment. And the MQM denies any link with the murder case.
If there are raids against MQM leadership, old people in MQM, then what one would you expect Mr. Hussain to say? What a reasonable man in Britain would say. Therefore, I would tend to think there's one very important aspect which maybe the authorities and police are overlooking, and that is perhaps a possibility that this murder of Dr. Imran Farooq, it could be a spoiled mugging, or it could well be that it's some conspiracy hatched by our political enemies abroad, and it's very easily they're attempting to slap the blame on us.
Although it's only fair to point out that a nephew of Altaf Hussain has been arrested in connection with that murder inquiry.
Well, may I say this again, and that is primarily because wrong information has been fed, and that nephew that you're talking about, he faced a lot of atrocities at the hands of the authorities in Pakistan, and he himself is not a person who is really with himself mentally.
The MQM faces multiple investigations. One is into Altaf Hussain's speeches in the UK. More than 10,000 people have complained to the Met about these kind of threats. The Met says it's still considering the issue of whether these statements amount to incitement. Then there's the matter of nearly $500,000 in cash found in Mr. Hussain's home and the party headquarters. Last month, the police arrested a long-serving party official in connection with possible money laundering. Many of the party's UK bank accounts have been closed down, and there's unpaid tax. MQM insiders admit they face a massive back tax bill. The MQM is under real pressure now, and the question is whether the Pakistan government will give the British access to the two suspects. Politically, Altaf Hussain's supporters say that his power base is intact, but his opponents say his grip on Karachi is loosening.
Owen Bennett-Jones reporting there.